Hi guys, this is Mr. Pharma. There were many of our followers asking for a video on clinical trials. We always wanted to make a video on clinical trials, and finally today, after exploring a lot of facts, we have made this important video. The first segment of this video will give you the basic understanding of clinical trials, and the second short segment will give you how to do a free e-learning course on Clinical Trial Registry India. So watch this video fully to understand the basics of clinical trial and do a course on Clinical Trial Registry. Welcome guys, this is Pharma Portal, the Pharma you need to know, share and grow. So what is a clinical trial and why it is required? As per World Health Organization, clinical trials are a type of research that studies new tests and treatments and evaluates their effects on human health outcomes. Clinical trials on humans occur in the final stages after successful drug development and after showing promising safe results on animals. So why should a clinical trial be conducted? Clinical trials should be conducted to evaluate one or more treatment interventions, to assess ways to prevent disease or condition, to evaluate one or more diagnosis interventions, and examine identification methods for recognizing a condition or risk factors, and explore supportive care procedures to improve the comfort and quality of life. So what is the outcome of a clinical trial? The outcome of any clinical trial may have a positive effect or may cause unforeseen damage or negative results or may not have any significant effect. So what are the types of clinical trial? The type of clinical trials are simply categorized as treatment based, prevention based, diagnostic based, screening based, supportive care based, and healthcare services and research based, and finally basic science. What are the phases of clinical trials? There are four major phases of clinical trials: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. Phase 0 trials: pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetics. Phase 0 is an exploratory phase that helps to provide clinical information for a new drug at an earlier phase. This phase is conducted in early phase 1, which involves very limited of human exposure and has no therapeutic or diagnostic intent. After phase 0, there are four more phases of the trials in the humans, and these often overlap. Phase 1 trials: screening for safety. This phase involves between 20 to 80 healthy volunteers, and verification of the most frequent side effect of the drug takes place. Also majorly involves in finding out how the drug is metabolized and excreted. Phase 2 trials: establishing effectiveness. If phase 1 studies do not reveal unacceptable toxicity levels, phase 2 studies can begin. This involves between 36 and 300 participants collecting preliminary data on whether the drug works in people with certain disease or condition. Controlled trials to compare those receiving the drug with people with similar situations who are receiving a different drug or a placebo. Continued safety evaluation and studies of short-term side effects are evaluated in this phase. Phase 3 trials: final confirmation of safety and effectiveness. If phase 2 has confirmed the effectiveness of a drug, the FDA and sponsors will discuss how to conduct large-scale studies in phase 3. This phase will involve between 300 and 3000 participants, gathering further information on safety and effectiveness, and the studies of different population also involves examining various dosages to determine the best prescription amount and using the drug in combination with other drugs to determine the effectiveness. After this phase, the complete information on the new drug is submitted to the health authorities. A review meeting takes place if the FDA approves the product for marketing. Post-marketing requirement and commitment studies are conducted. For US, a drug sponsor will complete a new drug application to ask the FDA to consider for approving a new drug for marketing in US. An NDA includes all animal and human data, analysis of data, information regarding drug behavior in the body, manufacture details. The FDA has 60 days to decide whether the NDA can be processed for review. If they decide to file the NDA, the FDA review team is assigned to evaluate sponsors' research on the drug labeling and confirms appropriate information is shared to the customers and healthcare professionals and inspect the manufacturing facilities. FDA reviewers either approve the application or issue a response letter. Phase 4 trials take place after the drug has been approved for marketing. They are designed to include over 1000 patients, a comprehensive experience in evaluating the safety and effectiveness of the new medicine in a larger group and subpopulation of patients, and it also involves comparison in combination with other available treatments, and involves in the evaluation of long-term side effects of the drug, and also involves in detection of less common adverse events. It also involves in the cost effectiveness of the drug therapy compared with the other traditional and new therapies. So, who will sponsor this clinical trials? Pharmaceutical companies, biotechnology and medical device companies, academic medical centers, voluntary groups and foundation, national institutes of health, government departments, physicians and health providers and individuals sponsor clinical trials. Who can participate? The protocol defines who is eligible to participate in a trial. Possible inclusion criteria may be having a specific illness or condition, being healthy with no health condition. Exclusion criteria are the factors that exclude some people from joining a trial. Factors like age, gender, a specific type or a stage of a disease, previous treatment history, and other medical conditions. Now let us see what are the benefits and risks of clinical trials. Clinical trials generally pay between $50 to $300 per day per visit, with compensation depending upon the length of time required as well as the procedures performed. Overnight stays typically pay more than those involving repeat visits. Likewise, the more invasive the procedures, the more monetary compensation is provided. The possible benefits are participants have access to new treatments. If a treatment is successful, participants will be among the first to benefit. Health is closely monitored and supported by a team of health providers and can quit the clinical trials anytime for any reason with certain clauses. So, what are the possible risks? Standard care for a particular condition can be better than the new strategy. The new approach or treatment may work well for some participants but not necessarily for others. There may be unexpected side effects, especially in phase 1 and phase 2 trials. So now let us see how to do a free online course about clinical trials. First go to Google and then search Clinical Trial India, CTRI, ICMR. So once the page opens with the results, you can see the first one is Clinical Trial Registry and second it is about Introduction to Clinical Trial Registry. Click on that link. Sometimes the pop-up would not be opening. If the page is not opening, just give refresh. You can see the e-learning course is ready. There are 8 different modules. All you have to play and keep moving to the next module until you finish it. So all these 8 modules will give you a complete understanding about how a clinical trial registry is done in India. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked this video. Encourage us by hitting the like button. If you have any question, post it in the comments and share this video to your friends and family. Most importantly, subscribe and press the bell icon for regular notifications from our Pharma portal channel. Bye.